acquaintance, so stands for, oh, hi, Tondo Kalewe. That's, and basically have that. Yeah, so only have one friend, Malika. She's in South Africa. Hi, babe. I hope you're listening. Anyway, so as I was saying, yeah, distribution is the main problem, and it's so annoying. Like, there's so many beautiful films out here, and by the time we get to them, it's so hard. It's a whole process. It's quite sad. I don't like it, but it's quite sad. It's quite sad. Actually, before we even start with that, our film. Anyway, our film of the week is Chaguo. Chaguo. Aki bedo does Chaguo. Chaguo inamaanisha kuvote. Ama it's choice. Choice, yeah.
Choice.
Hey, let me tell you, this thing, it's... let me just read for you guys like a little log line. They call it a log line. Hey, excuse me, at least.
A log line.
A tense election campaign between rival tribes threatens the relationship and lives of a young couple from opposing sides of the tribal divide. So the people who are here, the cast is Nick Quach, Brian Ogola, of course, again, and he's acting as Koa, and then we have Nyokabi Masharia, we have Abel Munga, we have Caroline Midimo, Joel Kennedy, na pia sukulikuwa na Ian Bogwa.
Yes.
Yeah. So basically...
Oh,
sorry, guy, Adi is your friend. What? Yes. So also, Hai and Malika know each other.
Yeah.
They used to be in... I don't know what they did together, but they did something. I can't remember. Malika, I'm sorry, but I can't remember what they did. But they've done a couple of things together. Yeah, but I will kidnap her as well very soon. But with no ransom, I will try. Yeah. Anyway, so what did you think about Chaguo?
Chaguo was a really nice film. I felt like it was more centered on painting the real picture on how things are outside here. I felt like it was less of us. Yes, it was a good story, but I felt like the writer was trying to communicate
something, of course. Because I feel like it's just basically what is going on right now.
Yes.
During our election period, like last year, when things were quite intense. Even till right now, how now we have this mandamanos. Yeah. It's quite crazy. Like, he's not saying you guys need to see, you just see the clearer picture. If it was me, I'd just say we need to start on a clean slate to get new leaders completely, not these ones which are here.
Yeah.
So when I was just saying this, it was just basically about greed and putting your children in the mess. Actually, that thing just really didn't sit right with me. It did not sit right with me. I was just like, apana. Me if I was here, but then you come here. This is your uncle, bye. I cannot. Oh. Me politics. I love politics. Like, I love talking about it. I love learning so much about it. But see, me and you in politics.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll support you, but I don't want to be in it because it's a very dirty game. There's so many things that happen. As you can see what happened here. For Koa especially. Koa is now Brian Ogola. I love Brian Ogola, by the way.
Oh, nice.
One thing I like about Brian Ogola, he's not he doesn't play the same role all the time.
Yeah.
He's a lover guy. He's a lover guy here. He's another person over there. As in, it's so nice that he's maintained that, because I feel like unona, like most Kenyan actors, most of them are put in a box. You're not let out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
And nowadays I'm up for about you being put out of your comfort zone, exploring what you need to do. Spread your wings and fly. That is a goal. Spread it. That is why for me, when I'm always told you I need to find my niche, I can't. I like go for everything and anything, because I mean, you never know. You learn so much from that, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like how Brian Ogola was, and Audi, it's my second time watching her film.
Ah.
The other one I watched was Sungura. I don't know if you've
Oh, you watched Sungura? Amazing.
I had to watch Sungura.
Yes.
Hey, Sungura was quite interesting.
It was really good.
I loved it. Kwanza the story on
It's just that we don't have structures to help writers to come up. Yes, we may have a scriptwriters guild and an actors guild, but then again, if we don't have a structure as a country that we use to reach out, that's where the problem comes in. So sometimes when I have to write a story, I have to look for a story that I'll be able to sell and make money.
Yeah,
because
monetize
that's where the business is. But then it's not that for me, usually say there is no boring story in this world. It depends on how it's told.
Yeah, exactly. That is very, very true. That is very true. It's just like, now let me just ask you this question. How did you find Disconnect?
Disconnect, the new one?
No, both of them. How did you find them?
Well, I'm also sensitive to the other filmmakers.
Exactly.
Yes.
I mean, the first one was,
Yes.
The second one was now, yes, finally. Yeah. I did to look up on a Tosh. We just gave it to him. He was just like, okay.
Yeah, but Disconnect was a good film. I loved from the writing of it was good. I felt like it had a lot of humor. It was more comedy, drama, love story. I love it when directors and writers put in different themes in one story, so that you just don't get bored with the story, like with the main film, because there's usually like the macro story, which is the big picture of the story, and then there are micro stories. Now they're the ones which incorporate these different themes within the story.
Okay, that's quite interesting. Anyway, so just get back to Chagua. Let's chambua Chagua. Then now we get to know to you. I have a lot of questions for you. Simbasa. Anyway, so who did you find your favorite character on Chagua?
On Chagua?
Yeah. Is it? Oh yeah, Chagua. Yes, that one.
I think I'd still stick to Nyakabi Masharia.
Yeah, but I don't think I've watched that film, Sana.
She's also in County
49.
Is it County 49? No, the other one on Netflix.
Better.
No,
on Netflix. One on Netflix. Country Queen.
Country Queen, yes.
Now I have a confession.
She's a supporting actress.
Have not watched Country Queen.
Oh, Country Queen is so good.
It's good. Okay, so I've been really, really skeptical to watch it, but now I keep all the reviews. I'm like, okay, I think it's time for me to watch it. The one that will forever blow my mind is Igiza. Girl, that film or that series. Yes. First, I hope there's no season 2. Mukitwa season 2, sasa it will become a soap.
Number one inafaa kukua Country Queen.
Country Queen?
Yes.
Fine. I will check it out. Also, Pepete, I feel like Pepete is also pretty nice.
Yes.
Nangoja, guys, natafuta pesa kulipia Showmax. Thanks. My number. I'll give you guys my number. You send. Yeah. You know, we're living in hard economic times. Me, I think my favorite character there was, let me see. Okay, guys. It's of course Brian Ogola. But then it's become a thing. I didn't know I have this thing for but for real, it's Brian Ogola. Yeah. I like how he just kept it together. You couldn't tell he's acting. Like, one thing I liked about Chaguo, these actors weren't acting; they were in the story. Because most of the time in these Kenyan things, they always act. You can see like they're acting, and it's so annoying.
Yeah.
Like, you can just tell, okay, this one is just acting. Those ones you're like, okay, now I am in it. Like, I can feel like I'm in the story. I can relate because, we are trying to avoid all this tribal violence again from happening. Lakini sasa vile kunaenda, mtu wetu, deputy president wetu, asipulete ujinga hapa. Because of the way he's talking, we don't want that, guys. We can't go back to those times. Those are really, really hard times. So for me, it's definitely Brian Ogola. I'll forever love him. But then what did you think about the cinematography? What do you think about the cinematography of Chaguo?
The cinematography was professional. I think ndo fikisha movie yako Netflix, kuna kazi unafaa kuwa umefanya.
Kuna kazi,
The color grading was very good. Nilipenda ikianza, the drone shots, very nice.
Very nice?
Yes.
Perfect. For me, let me see. Okay, like we're improving in quality.
We are getting there.
Finally.
Yes.
Hey, finally. Because I can remember from times of Sugar ile ya kwanza ya Kenya. I was just like, okay, this quality, no, we can't continue like this, but it's grown. I'll always say I hope we can get where we are with Nollywood. No, Nollywood already have their own thing. Wait, me, that is where I watch. But then I have no shame. I watch Niger movies. I am proud. I am a proud Niger babe. I only watch them. I don't date them. I watch them.
No, that's good.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, I love them. I really love them because I feel like one thing about Nigerians, they really embrace their culture.
I also love that.
And I wish here in Kenya we could do the same thing.
But in Kenya, do we even have a culture?
That is not true. Do we even have a culture?
Yes.
Because Akibedin Ukweli, I think our culture is Sheng.
We don't have an African culture.
Yeah.
And I'm putting that in quotes because for us, I think tumekuwa so westernized.
Yeah, so westernized.
Tukisikia venye wasa wanabonga. Siku hizi something is just so off.
I even seen with our films. Like, for example, no, let me just give an example that I felt so. I took note. One thing I noticed about Chago, have you noticed this high people, this rich people, these people with privilege, they speak in English.
Yes.
Then they go to mashinani, yes. Sasa ndo mnaanza kuongea Kiswahili.
And the Kiswahili is so off.
Yeah, and in my head I'm like, guys, no. This is how we're showing there's a gap.
Yeah.
There's such a huge gap between the rich, as in it's showing and it's quite sad. But maybe the writer was trying to put that across. But I sometimes I wish that we can mix some Kiswahili, because you can't tell me at all the time you're talking you won't bring a Kiswahili word. Siku lazima ulete Kiswahili word.
Unajua pia it's something I have realized in some productions of meaning. Okay, when a writer is writing, unakuanga na the mindset, there is an imagination that you have in your head, even when you're writing it in English. But then sometimes getting actors who can execute that
is hard.
That's where the problem comes in. So you find some people trying to change the lines so that actor ataweza kufit in kwa hiyo conversation na iweze ku feel natural. And then I don't know whether it's a trend in Kenya. Tunaweza niambia. I realize most Chileans wanna prefer speak in English.
Yeah.
Guys speak in Swahili. I just don't know the larger proportion.
Okay, that's true, by the way, guys. Hiyo ni kweli.
Nimeona. Ukipatia chali lines za English in most Kenyans, hata mse ana try kukama kama actor. Una find lines za English ziko off because that's not the language that they're used to speaking.
I get you. One thing I learned when I had my guest, there's a guest we had, aliniambia ati one of the main reasons why we speak a lot of English in our films. Apparently, there's something called African English. We're the only Africans who don't have an accent.
Oh, Kenya.
Yeah, Kenya, we have an accent.
Did you want to embrace?
We don't embrace.
Kama mse akiongea English iko na kikale hapa hivi. Tunakuanga zai, hatutaki kusikia maneno. Hata venye our deputy president bonga saa zingine.
Huyo.
Uko sure kama hatukwangi willing to listen to that kind of
accent. We're just like hapana, but it's just us. I think we have been, it's modern day colonization as I usually call it. It's so annoying sometimes. Oh my god, that inakwanga very annoying. Anyway, guys, we're taking a short break. We'll be right back, and then now I start to nikuchambue.
Sure.
We know your story. We need to know more about Ndirangu. Anyway, see you guys shortly, and check out our social media platforms. Icon Radio KE on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe. Hi guys, welcome back. Aki, we're talking about serial killers as always. My love. Aki, mimi naambianga tu mtu point blank. I watch serial killers. You have a problem. Okay. I love them. I personally love them. So, Ndirangu.
Yes.
Ndirangu. Sorry. Aki, I'm sorry. Ni kuchoka. Unaona ni fatigue na ni Friday. Kitanda inaniambia come. Welcome home, babe. Nanita, hi baby. Everyone, my bed is my boyfriend. So he's just come home. Anyway, so how did this journey start? How did you develop this love for film? How did you know? Just tell us, how did this journey begin?
For me, immediately after. Okay, actually, well, still in high school.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I made my first film nikiwa high school.
Wow.
But okay, it's not the best kind of film. Nilikuwa tu na passion.
Mm-hmm.
So after high school nilikuwa napenda film, but sikuwa nafikiria that I could do filmmaking as a serious business, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to look for a course yenye ilikuwa na match my grade your time. So I ended up in JKUAT doing geophysics. So
hey, okay.
Yes, so I did it for 2 semesters, and then at some point I was like, uko class but kichwa yako iko kwa set.
Yeah, so it makes sense.
Ninaona ka teacher ni director, you're like, hakuna kitu ilikuwa ina flow anymore. So there was this time there was so many strikes in school, and at that time there was this day I'd really read so much, waiting to go and do an exam the following day. So I'm in class, it's 2 hours, and then that exam was hard. Ilikuwa stories za mechanics. So nimesoma kutoka 9 p.m. Right now it's like 3 a.m. So I am ready. So nikilala tu, exam inaanzia 7. My head is ready. So kaamka mapema, kajitayarisha. Ndio mi exam room. Waited, nilifika class 6:30. Ikafika 7 wadi hajakam, 7:45 hajakam, 8 hajakam. Kukakaa kiasi tukaambiwa lecturers wamestrike.
Na umesoma? Oh God.
Alafu si ile kitu yenye unaweza sema nilisoma, so nitakumbuka next time. Nilifikiria about venye nimesoma, nikasema mimi sirudi hiyo class tena.
Like a partner, by the way,
nilimalizania nayo hapo. So that was my turning point. So at that moment I felt like I want to do something related to film. But at that time I didn't know what name to give it, because I never thought it was an actual course. So whether there was an actual course, si ati lazima kuwa umesoma for you to be a filmmaker.
Yeah, it's true, yeah.
So but then YouTube since I was young, I was like, let me talk to my parents, nione kama naweza kubali. So luckily I got the privilege, wakakubali, wakaniambia ndo tafute pale utasoma sasa juu. Yeah, but then they were not hostile because
they were very supportive, clearly.
Yeah, they were supportive because hata wanaelewa tumekaa shule, ilikuwa strike ya walimu. Sasa imekuwa strike, siku nyingine kuna strike ya wanafunzi, siku nyingine sijui nani ame-strike. There's so much, so there's like no studies. So that moment I didn't feel like I wanted to go to a public university anymore. Not that I have a problem with public universities.
Yeah, of course.
But then the energy ya walimu kustrike.
It's too much.
Hakuna masomo. So I ended up, someone sent me a poster ya USIU was offering film. Then kasema, let me try my parent, nione kama naweza kukubali kunipeleka USIU. So that's how I ended up finding myself in the world of filmmakers.
Nice. So how was it? How was the experience with USIU, with you learning about film? How was it?
It was good. Of course, nilikuwa na expectations as a Hollywood, but we are in Kenya. But the experience was substantial in terms of, actually nilikaa chini kusoma film production, as in najua for me nakuanga mse napenda kusoma. So I was taking my studies seriously. Ile I would actually get theory books za kufunza mtu about production design, directing, sound. So I actually got equipped in terms of theory. I loved the school, kulikuwa na facilities. Was able to access various cameras, actual cinematography. got to actually do some of my projects with the school facilities. And by the end of the day, I was really equipped in terms of filmmaking. Na saizi kinipatia budget poa ya kutengeneza movie, I'll make you a Hollywood movie.
Oh yes, please. I have many stories. I have many ideas. It's just that me, I can't write. I have many ideas. I can just give you the ideas. Alafu bora niandikie co-written. It's fine. Just give me my credits. I'll be happy. Mi nitakwambia a whole idea.
Right.
But then nitakwambia a whole idea. So people don't copy. I give you a whole idea, then you go and do it for me. I can't write. Girl, by the way, clearly I'm an interpreter. I mean, I give you, then. You just kazi. Yeah, unifanyie tu. Unifanyie tu. So, what are some of the challenges that you faced in terms of the film industry?
It's not facing. I feel like there are a couple of challenges actually in terms of first the environment. In that wako na very filmmaking is a very expensive business.
Yeah.
Especially because you need human resource and you also need money.
Yes.
So unakuja una find that unaweza kakuwa na concept kali but then you can't, it's hard to find a professional actor. Sinacheki?
That's very true.
Hakuna acting schools. Wasi wengi wamefanya theater, which is good. But then unajua distinction.
Nowadays they try to bring acting. Kuna acting classes.
Kuna acting classes.
Yeah,
but I feel like inaweza kafanywa ikuwe magnanimous ile yenye msee anaweza kalana hata akiwa Mombasa. Anyway. Ndio whichever side you want to go, you can easily get people. So sometimes that's a challenge. The other challenge that you may face pia ni ukiona projects, there are so many passionate people, but then there is also a challenge with film literacy. Wase kwa kichwa wanakuanga na concept yani najua kutengeneza movie, but ukienda kutengeneza movie
kwa ground
kuko na some of those
there's
challenges.
Something.
So
1 + 1 is not 2.
Yeah, so you need to bring to a place where you actually get to see why filmmakers wenye wako juu tu wanaendelea au tu ndo the same people unaona kwa many movies. So it's because I think filmmaking in Kenya imekuwa perceived kama wild ya wase wenye walikosa kitu kingine ya kufanya. But then I feel like once that shift has been brought out, like imetoka comments za wase waone like I can actually do this and it can be my hustle, then that's part of how the difference is going to come in.
Okay. Makes sense. I was watching today morning. Yeah. I watched 2 of your films. Your short films. I think Hey, you're pretty. I like your unique storytelling. Like there's one. I think I watched one with No, Why Not Try?
Oh, you actually watched it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's very interesting because you're like it's just an interesting concept. I don't know what you guys call it Okay. Like people are acting but you're telling the story in the background. And it's quite nice and I like how it's just fit. I mean, by the way, if you can do a short film, mad respect to you because I feel like it's a lot of work. Like how you able to do that? How you able to just sit down and be like, I'm doing a 2-minute short film, that's it. Because I've seen 2 minutes, I've seen for 1 minute. I'm like, how did you manage to do that? Please, I just want to know, how did you manage to do that? How is that thought process of yours, your creation, your creative process? What inspires you to create these films?
Okay. I think the films in umecheki, they're just like films I've just done for like trying to see if I can actually make a film. Unajua unaweza kuwa na the knowledge but you haven't actually like tried anything. So it's not like the best I can produce. I actually did it on a very low budget.
It looks
with a group of friends, but I still love them because they help me define where I'm coming from. But then to answer your question is, for me, when I want to do a script, I actually like, because right now I just don't write scripts. I write scripts with an intention of shooting them. So sometimes there is that limitation. Unaangalianga from the script level, you actually start. Unatoa vitu zenye huwezi afford in terms of budget. So what happens is first I listen to the main inspiration in my heart at that moment. Because I know, okay, when you write a film, for me, there are usually two most important questions that you have to answer. It's who am I writing this to, and why am I writing it? So once I'm able to know the audience, it becomes easy. You know, there are so many films in the world, but not every film inakwanga targeted to various people. So there is a film I'll do for entertainment. There is a film I'll do to send a particular message. There's a film I'll do to, you know.
Yeah.
So I'll be in spaces where probably I just want to do, you know, like I'm also like a believer. So there'll be instances where I'll want to do a film that probably I can show it to my guys in church, you know. Hey, guys, we can make a film.
They can.
And it doesn't have to be a boring film by the end of the day. So when I'm doing that, I actually think it from a Christian perspective.
Yeah.
There'll be films now that I'll be doing in regards to entertainment. So when I'm doing that, now I'll have to change my mind because I know I am not talking. This is not a film that is going to be played in a church setup.
Church, yeah.
This is a film that is probably going to be taken for a competition or the likes. So how can I get to communicate to the various people from how I write? So that's how it starts. So, okay, it's a whole process of script writing, logline, nini. So you keep developing it as you try to bring in the whole message outside.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
Sasa nataka sasa tuingie kwa the burning issue that's for me, which is distribution. So now I can see that I feel like now you're doing business in film, right?
Yes.
That's hectic. Don't you find that hectic? But it's a very smart move.
Yeah.
It's a very smart move. Hapo huwezi kosa biashara. It's a very smart move. I see what you did there. But sasa distribution.
Yeah.
Just tell, could you educate people like us how a movie, like you've done your movie, it's out. What next? What are the channels that you need to put? What happens after that? Because I've tried to understand it. I find it a little bit complicated. So please, could you like enlighten us?
Okay. I feel like I know part of the biggest problem that we have right now is, as you said, distribution, the whole aspect of distribution. But it's both a challenge to. It's a question that also filmmakers should have from the word go, because you see, distribution is also a phase of filmmaking.
Yeah. Oh, it is.
It actually is, because when you're doing a film, there's usually like the pre-production, the production, post-production, then distribution. It's the last phase. So one of the questions that most filmmakers don't think about is distribution before the production.
And it's important too.
It is important because, again, who are you writing this film to?
Yeah, because you've done the whole film.
When you're able to identify that, then it means that you know where you're going to be putting it on. So that should inform my choice of production. And I should not be so mad when the film doesn't have the capacity to get to Netflix or Showmax.
Showmax, yes.
Because I hadn't thought about the distribution phase.
And how does that work? Distribution. So you have your film out. Like, okay, you're planning the whole thing. That's a distribution. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Like,
I get what you mean.
Yeah, yes.
So I was just trying to lay that kind of foundation so that you get to see where our problem comes in. Because you see, when you have a good film, any distribution company will come for you.
Yeah, it's true.
But when you haven't thought through, because probably during production unaweza kuwa umesema hiyo sound tutawaka kwa post, or probably somebody just passed at the background kwa set, and then director akakuwa amechoka. Sawa tu, tutajua venye tutadeal na. And then after the production you actually start seeing some of these mistakes that you made, And then these mistakes can actually cost you at the distribution phase, because what happens when you give your film to these big distributors, they'll actually check if it has qualified for the academic standards.
Oh.
If it hasn't,
you cannot.
Yeke YouTube.
Eka tufungue YouTube channel uweke huko.
Channel ama website yako, ukikuwa na mafans wako, the better for you. But
and I feel like it's actually much better. Copyright issues as well. Yeah, it's way much better.
Actually, pia YouTube unajua huwezi post film yako kama iko na music yenyewe.
Oh my god. Oh yes, that's what hata sinika to Instagram.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can't. I actually posted something a while back, ikakataa, so I had to change the score ya music hapo hivyo.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It was that in okay.
Doesn't. Hata kani ka project kadogo. Hawezi kubali. So, what you should do once you're done with the film, again, I say it's important that you have thought through the distribution before the production.
Yeah.
But then, kama ushamaliza, what you do is, there is no harm in trying to knock the various doors. And then the other thing is your friends are your marketers.
Yeah.
By the end of the day, do a great work. Distribution kwa filmmaking ndio kama marketing. So,
okay.
Unaambiangwa ile budget yenye umetumia kwa production, you should use the same amount for marketing.
For marketing as well, yeah.
Yes. Otherwise, itakuwa film yako na mabeshte zako.
Na wale tu na familia yako.
Yes.
That's
usually the harm.
Wow.
In the world of distribution. Again, I'm not like pointing fingers to anyone, but then that's a problem that I observed. That's why I paused on a particular project I was writing, because when I got that revelation in my head, I was like, we have a problem here. I can't keep writing films.
Yeah.
And I don't know where they're going.
Yeah, I don't know where they're going, yeah.
Yes. So, after following up with a couple of just various people, that's when I got to see that it's a gap that we have in our Kenyan industry, the whole distribution thing, and that was the birth of my company.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, what is this? We're gonna take a tiny short break. We shall be right back to talk about more the birth of his company. I'm excited to hear about this story. Anyway, see you guys shortly. Ow. Hi guys. I had such a nice break. Nilikuwa udaku break. I needed to have... Guys, siafunguad. Hey Joey. See, I'd opened already. What's wrong? Juni Friday. I think you need a shot. You need a shot. You need a shot. Anyway, welcome back, guys. This is Icon Radio, your number one entertainment plug. This is 3, 2, 1 action with Hazel, the goddess of darkness, and with Ian Ndirangu. I think I'm saying it nicely now. I'm trying. Yeah. Anyway, sasa tumerudi. Sasa tell us the birth of, I don't know how to say it, but just tell us the birth of your is it your firstborn?
No, not my firstborn.
Who is your firstborn?
Galaxia.
Oh, Galaxia. Okay.
Yes.
So what is Galaxia all about?
Galaxia Kenya is a company that deals with digital marketing, branding, organizations. So I've been in that field. I have a team. So I was working as the media director in that team. So yeah, natengeneza ma adverts, short films, za different companies. So I don't post that on my social media because wanakuwa wamenilipa ya ku
ndiye
ya kuasort.
Kuasort. Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, Sasa, tell us about your second one. Now so, this one that you wanted to talk about.
Yes. We were on set making a particular film with one of my friends, Newton, who's also part of the other company, Galaxia Kenya. So tumehustle manze. Hiyo why not try ilikuwa very musical. Hapo ikutokezea venye tulitaka. Tulikuwa na concept kubwa kwa kichwa alafu along the process we were like tunapeleka wapi movie after this.
Yeah, where is it going?
Yeah. So Newton, by the way, is one of the best graphics designers I know.
I love that.
And also web designers. So your process kama si hata si tutengeneze nini yetu our own kind of Netflix.
Yeah.
So because we were like, we can't be doing films for YouTube anymore.
Yeah, we can't. We are done.
Yeah, because and then the thing is, it's not just me. It's also my other friends. So when I find we make films, and then when we've done, when we invested a lot of budget, the highest that we think of is film festivals or to submit for Kalasha. Ikishinda Kalasha. Yeah. But then after that, it's nowhere else. Yeah, then kiaka movie yako kwa YouTube to your it doesn't work.
It doesn't work, yeah.
Because films are very perishable. Once you watch a movie,
yeah, it's true. Bye.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Yeah, it's
Sika music. Unajua music unaweza release and repeat. So for films it's not the same. So that's where we saw like we don't have a place where we can have to say that we can watch Kenyan movies peke yake. Considering tulikuwa couple of filmmakers, school, other schools. So tunamaliza tu kutengeneza movies and then zinakaa kwa hard disk. Juu nimeshoot, I think I've shot like 10 different films, but I can't.
You don't know where to put them.
I don't know where to. Hata zingine sijaweka YouTube.
Excuse, you may want to see this one.
So what happens now is we realized now you see after some have conversations with a couple of people, that's why you get to see that there is an actual problem that we have in our country.
Yeah,
we can only watch films in Netflix ama Showmax, DSTV ama hizi zenye zinakujanga kwa TV.
Yeah, no offense, sasa surely what is DSTV anymore? Na economy, mimi nasemanga tu kweli, we speak facts.
Hard.
It's very hard. I need something easy because like I was telling you, I had to, but till today I've not watched Mzuka. Till today, because before I log in, it's hard. My friend,
it's a lot of procedures.
It's a lot of procedures because my friend was giving me their account. Because I'm just like, nilipia Netflix, Showmax, and then I nilipia DSTV. Buy, no, There's a reason why we have unlimited movies and everything, because for DSTV you're not even assured if you're going to find it there. Because it's you catch up. I don't even understand that. But you get, like, I wish they were like, you know what? They would have been smart and said, if it was something to do with unlimited movies, Kenyan movies specifically, imagine that one. Sure bet done. Ningewak. I would definitely pay for that. But you see, it's not. It's not solving my problem as a Kenyan. It's not. Yeah.
So the narrative with a couple or with various people wenye sasa filmmakers wanauliza hizi movies za Kenya tutawatch wapi? And then we started seeing like it's not just our problem, it's an actual problem. National issue. So along the process, that's how we actually made a template design app.
Bas.
Tukone kitu inawaka. Yeah, it's not easy. Kuna a lot of work in the back end. So we changed some dough. Then we got one of our favorite app developers. So I can design a whole app. Bado iko under process. Okay, iko unaweza pata on Play Store, but hatuja release to the public yet. So we designed that. Our goal is to be able first to solve this issue that we have in our country, because we have people who keep trying making projects, but then they never get traction. And you see, when you are not able to make money when you're making your film, it is so discouraging.
It is. Oh my God.
Because it's like umetumia pesa yako yote, umetumia a lot of time, and there are so many other things you could be doing, but then you can't do anything after that. So that's when I actually decided that I want to give this thing my full-time attention. And more najua, like, when you have a vision, when you have a purpose, when you have clarity on what you want, you will always get provision. So that's how I started to nilikuwa tunapitia ideas to a couple of friends who were like, we love it.
We love it. Yeah, it's a good idea.
Let's try. So pole the same guys tumetengeneza company, and we have an app right now. We have been looking for an investor. Kuna mwenye tumepata.
Nice.
So once that comes in vizuri, hatujamaliza finalize paperwork and everything, but with that coming in, we want now to bring in something huge. Remember, one of the biggest conflicts we had was the name to give it, and our other challenge has been colonized minds. You know, we are dealing with people who have colonized minds.
We've been colonized.
So ukitaka kutengeneza app kama hiyo, unaanzia kufikiria ako itaitwa Whatflix.
Whatflix, exactly.
Whatmax.
Yeah, exactly.
So we actually took time and thought we started to look for something that sounds more Kenyan. And then that's how we ended up with Enta. Yeah,
Enta is interesting. Very interesting. Enta.
Yes.
Enta is quite interesting. Very catchy. I like it. Yeah.
So we have made Enta first to solve the issue of distribution, but then progressively we also want to start doing our own originals.
Nice. Yes, that's quite important. Yeah. You support your own.
Yeah. There is a huge gap. Our market is not just Kenya. We want to go
Africa, yes.
And then our content, we want it to be African content. Hatutaki kuleta movies za huko.
Just us.
Yeah, we want African content, because I think in the past 5 years, okay, I think after 5 years, but kama umekuwa observant in the past few years, there is a revolution that is happening in Africa.
Oh, wait, let me see. I think, which revolution?
In terms of Black people as a society.
Yeah.
In that, I don't know whether you've noticed right now, Netflix has been working so much to engage itself with African content.
Yeah, like African folktales.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to talk about Netflix, but then there is a problem that we have with it's colonization, which is repeating itself.
I'll get you.
In that, unajua sisi we can be young people right now, but in the next few years tutakuwa na mtoi, and can promise you most of the films zenye siko huko utakuwa unataka kuwatch na mtoi wako. Someone was telling me last week but one that a parent I was trying to watch a particular film in Netflix, but I had to keep my door closed because of my son.
Because of what? Hey, this world.
Yeah, because now what is happening is the agenda sometimes is very wrong, especially when you want to push some things into a culture, into a different people. It starts through film.
Yeah, it does.
Because movies ziko na impact kubwa sana to everyone in the world. So what is happening is majunika stories zimeisha.
Zimeisha. Right now it's anything that comes.
Stories zimeisha, honestly speaking.
So now they're coming to us.
So now they want to take our content. And then once they have our content, we pay them for our content.
No, I refuse modern day colonization. Oh so my God. We think creativity is over.
Yeah, because we are selling ourselves.
Because you see, for me, I won't lie. There's certain films I can't watch. Something like Fast and the Furious. I'm so sorry. I always say it. I cannot watch that film again. Yeah. Why is it the same storyline? Yo, thank you. Finally, unlimited. I can't. That thinks you lazy. I go to the cinema and sit down and watch. I cannot. Me, if a movie I'm seeing it is starting to move a whole sequel in a movie, I'm like, no, this is a red flag. But that is it. That is it. And consider the way you ended, it was on a good note. I love just like Selena. Selena was a very, very good storyline. Then after that,
what happened?
What, guys? It was so good. And then I used to watch, but I used to watch it religiously. Then all of a sudden, it became annoying.
Yeah, but again, okay, it's not an African story.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's an African story. It's true.
So that's one of the things that is happening. So kama umewachi hizo African folktales, you'll actually get to see there are good films, African films.
Because that's one for Kenya. I will tell you the story. I'll tell you the story after. I don't say it. It's like kushikwa and uncomfortable. Like, especially went for the premiere. My God. Hey guys, nilikombe to the premiere, my loves. We went for the premiere. I've never felt so special. Oh, they gave us popcorn.
Nice.
Netflix. And then we were watching it. Let me tell you, when I watched it, it really triggered something in me. It really triggered. I won't lie, that movie is quite a trigger for me. I don't think I'd watch it again.
The Kenyan one?
Yeah, it's a trigger for me. So I'm just like, no.
It was really good.
But how smart is your brain? Can you imagine she wrote 40 sticks? We have our notes on that, but I'm like, that's a very huge improvement from 40 sticks, if you ask me.
Yes.
But that thing really blew my mind. No, honestly, guys, go watch the Kenyan. It's called the August and what? I forgot. And it's something we used to read also. I don't know if you read. I read it in my high school. You also read it?
Yeah, I loved the execution of the story.
It was beautiful.
It was smart.
Hey! Come on me. Makofi kwako.
Yes.
That story, I think it was my best. For once. In Kenya, we have done it. Also, Lukman Ali.
Lukman Ali is my favorite director in Africa.
Hey! You like you? Okay.
I've watched all his films.
He's actually pretty nice when you meet him.
Yeah.
He's a very humble young man. Did I say young man?
Guy.
Yeah, he's a very humble young man.
Yes.
It's quite interesting. Yeah. Anyway, Sasa, nataka we get into the trailer. I want us to get into the trailers to Tobut. But Sasa, guys, we're going to do something different. Because I've sent you the trailers, right? I sent them to you. So, guys, today's trailers, we have 4 trailers because of time. No, time is not on our side, guys. So I want us to give me a second. We cannot watch trailers on YouTube because copyright issues, and we are trying to avoid that. So here we have. So the first one we're going to watch is Never Have I Ever. So watch. This one you're going to watch the reaction. Just watch how we react, okay? This is the new Toto Boot. We're watching it and then we react. We're going to do our facial expressions or whatever. Yeah, so the game is on, guys. Let's go.
Okay. tunaweza watch from one screen ama
The problem is I don't know that.
okay.
Just watch from it.
Okay. Volume. Ama to watch from your phone.
Okay. Oh yeah, sorry.
Okay, so. Yes.
Oh, you're not.
Unaweza ka full screen.
On my phone.
Iko on.
I'll do it for the next film.
Okay.
Ah. Can you come to this for me, please? Girl, you're 16. Oh no, Toto. June. Next one. Hey guys, so we've watched Never Have Never Have. Let me tell you first of all, that show need to be over in season. We watch.
Yeah.
Hata usi
Nilijua kuhusu.
watch. Nimeshakwambia watch. Nilijaribu.
Never have I ever.
Yeah, it's something near Toto. As in it's so childish. You can't like also for me I was trying to relate to the things that were there. And I was like,
You're not working.
No, it's in your Toto. I'm just like, you should have been over. You should have been over in season 1. Why we still on?
Yeah.
But anyway, it's okay. Me definitely, I can never watch that thing. But would you watch such a thing?
Depends. Unajua, again, kama audience ni yako.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, so watch us start to watch our next trailer, which is Beef, the one that everyone is crying about.
Okay.
Wacha tuone kila mtu hapa. It's funny. Hey, we have just watched Beef. What do we think about Beef? Hey? First of all, I like how we are all including the Chinese. Like, it's becoming so diverse. I like it.
Yeah.
We're now embracing them. And the movie is actually quite nice.
Asian movies are good.
Hey, they're pretty nice. I love them. Anyway, so would you watch it?
Yeah, watch it.
You'd watch it?
Yes.
Let me tell you what it's reminding me of. This woman. Then she said, normal people are delusional, guys. It's very true. Me, I'm not normal, so I'm not delusional. Yes. Anyway, so have you watched The Strays?
The Strays?
Mm-hmm.
Still on Netflix?
Yeah. That's the
haven't watched it yet.
You go and watch it. That thing's going
yeah.
to go. That woman is reminding me of that. So it's just about this woman.
Mm.
She's I think she has a mental condition. So she has kids. She has her kids. She's in the suburbs. Then all of a sudden she has other kids apparently, and they're grown. Kumbe she abandoned them. Every time things get really, really thick and tough, she leaves the kids alone. And actually the review is going to be posted very soon about it, because you should watch it. It's quite messed up, but yeah, you should check it out.
You do.
Yeah.
I love mental movies.
Me too. Yes, mental movies. Oh, you're like, that's what serial killer things, guys. Mental. Anyway, guys, our next one is Jasusi. Hey, hi guys. Wacha nikwambie. Jasusi. What do you think?
Well, you see, for me, always being a Kenyan, I'm biased.
of course.
Anytime we have a Kenyan film, that becomes the what I'd watch right now first before any other film.
Yeah.
So that's been the thing for me. Again, language. I sipendi kuona tukiongea lugha si yetu. Yeah, but I think they have done a good part in terms in Mona props zimekubali the guns, the uniform, the locations.
Kuna ina make sense. Acha baby ufala. Sasa acha nikwambie. My first ever premiere that I went for.
Yeah.
I went for something similar as this. So I don't know who copied who.
Which one film?
It was called I forgot it, but it was a Somali movie. But basically what it was.
Ayanle.
Yes! Yes, Ayanle. Yes. That was my first premiere that I went for. So Ayanle, it's kind of a similar story, but in a different way, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. So the whole time I'm like, Ayanle. The whole time I'm like, hi, Ayanle. Like, it's Ayanle.
Yes.
But that one was it was talking about discrimination of the Somalis that you have in the country. Yeah, this one is a different one. They're trying to be FBI kinda.
Yeah. Al-Shabaab.
Yeah.
A natural story.
Yeah. Quite interesting. Hapo amejaribu. Sasa guys, our last trailer of ZJ. Queen Cleopatra. This sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Guys, so we have watched Queen Cleopatra. First of all, my red flag. Why is Jada Pinkett Smith? Why are they still married? Why? After everything you have done to Will Smith. Why? Mi umama hapana. Hiyo madhara unakunga nayo.
Like get. Lakini mambo ya bedroom.
Acharia. Uko right hapo mambo ya bedroom watu wawili. Achia watu. Hapana, that's my red flag, only red flag, but it seems quite interesting. But unaona vile tumekuwa confused. Is it a movie or is it a documentary?
I think it's those kind of documentaries where guys are also acting.
They're acting.
So wanakupatia a bit of the history behind as they act. So it's what do we call them? Still a documentary.
It's just like this other one. It's called. You should watch. It's actually it's an African. It's called Queen Njinga.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's what you're telling me about. I watched one episode. I want to continue with it.
Oh, it's really good.
Oh my god, it's amazing. I love how she just turning up to her brothers and her brothers.
You should watch it to the end.
Yes, I'm going to watch it actually.
Yes.
Hey, like nikisema weekend. Unajua nasema nafanya kitu weekend and then something always comes up.
Inaweza to do list.
Yeah. But then imagine that's every day. That's what I do. Yes. I do a to-do list every day to also cut out what's something?
Procrastination.
That's the word.
Yes.
Exactly, procrastination. So I don't procrastinate because I used to have that problem, and now I'm getting out of it. I'm learning how to be uncomfortable, and that is what we're doing. We're pushing forward. Okay, can't let that come again. So we're getting things done. If I want money, if I want to own this world, we need to step out of the uncomfortable. So, sasa unaona tukaribu kumaliza. Lakini tumejaribu.
Tumetry.
Yeah. Yes, I'm so happy. Yeah. Anyway, so what would you tell young entrepreneurs that are coming into the film space? Because I mean, you've empowered me now to start now doing business in the film world. So, what would you tell me? Like, what would be your advice?
I think the biggest thing to observe right now, if you are smart, is Kenya is a developing country.
Yeah, that's true.
That means that there are so many industries that are not developed, including the film industry in itself.
That's true.
It means that there are gaps when you open your eyes properly, and there are so many places where we can grow. And when the government will be catching up, you will be among the pioneers.
Oh yes, that is very, very true. Like guys, we need now. Let me just give an example. I don't know was it because I have just been. I think I need to be an ambassador for this about AI, artificial. What do you think about artificial intelligence? What do you think about that? Yes, that What do you think about artificial intelligence?
In regards to which field am I in terms?
Just just like any field, because whether we like it or not, it's going to affect every field. There's even an AI for law right now. So
I think by the end of the day, an AI can't come up with ideas.
Okay, it kind of does, but yeah.
Yes, it can, but
not like a human.
Its job is more on processing the data that it has.
Yeah.
So that there's no creature that is smarter than a human being, including our creations. That's usually my notion of like in terms of the fact that binadamu wanakanga tu hivi. Idea ina come from nowhere. Hata hujaifikiria unaweza fikiria hivyo. But then one morning tu unapata tu an idea. That puts you a notch higher. So of course it had to affect in terms of job market. But then I think for the future, come up, invest in a place where you are the vision bearer.
Yeah, exactly.
Ama you share with a vision with the bigger people, with other people. Like, don't want to be on the Jordan Peterson.
Who's that?
Oh. Anyway, Jordan Peterson anakuanga tu. He's one of the greatest philosophers, I think, right now in the world.
Hey, okay.
I'm sure ukiona video yake moja utaona umewahi muona, lakini huku unajua umewahi.
Sikuwa najua anaitwa nani.
Yes. Anaongeanga about venye society iko na hierarchies different. So those who at the top will always look forward to always ensure that hao ndo wako on the top. So hizi technology zote zikitengenezwa zinakuanga zote meant za kuweka watu wengine wakae where they belong.
I need to see this.
Okay, again, I read a lot of books. So you'll get to realize that human beings are the smartest creatures in the world. It's just that we are conditioned.
That's true.
So ukiweza ku look for a space, take your morning hours za kuweza ku control your day. So that's usually the principle for me. From 5 to 7 a.m. hizo ni hours zangu. Hiyo hata ukinipigia simu siwezi ongea na wewe. Those are my hours to read and to rewire my mind what I want to speak to my life. Thanksgiving for also who I am. You know, that's the time that you design your day and your destiny. So na hiyo ni kitu yenye siku hizi technology haitupatii room ya kufanya.
That's true.
So ukiweza kucontrol your morning, ukiweza kucontrol your days, you won't be scared of anything.
Yeah. Sasa, is there something that you want to recommend to our audience today?
To our audience?
What unajua ni weekend. Sasa, what can you watch this weekend? Wale watu waendi sherehe kama hivi. Wink wink.
Try watching the African folktales.
Yes.
Ziko kali sana.
Hata Queen Jinga.
Queen Jinga, we have by the way ina sound Njinga.
Yeah, exactly.
But kuna aspect pia ya Country Queen koje watch Miss Juna ngoja nini by the way.
I think naongelesha.
Koje watch Country Queen.
Kuna naongelesha indirectly.
Miss shida yako ni gani? Watch Chaguo, watch Country Queen. We have a couple of dope African movies.
I even forgot to ask you what we didn't even rate Chaguo. Aki conversation it was just gone. By the way, how would you rate Chaguo? What do you think about? Yeah, how would you rate it? Like, just give me your notes. Like, what you just generally thought about it and how much and how you'd rate it out of 10.
Out of 10. The story was good, but unfortunately it was kind of predictable. The cinematography was good, the acting was good, the set design, costumes, good. Hizo naweza zipatia check. Language kiasi. So I just story by the end of the day ndio inakuanga the selling point.
Exactly.
For any film. So okay, out of 10 mimi naipatia 6.8.
Well, for me it's a 5.
It's a 5.
Oh no, at least we've halfway.
Yeah.
Halfway.
But it was good. I applaud, like I say, the whole production team. That was great work. I know the efforts of a filmmaker. I have been on sets. It's not easy to make a film. Yeah. So I'm usually very sensitive. Spendi kupatiana rating yangu, but yeah. It's a lot of work. I respect you guys. You did a great job, and it's a film that I'd still recommend for guys to watch. So
ultimately recommend it. It's like it's a really good storyline. Of course, we're just saying kuna tu zile vitu za prediction, but it's okay. You can definitely watch it anyway. Yes. Oh, you've already recommended what you want people to watch. Me, let's see. I'd recommend for you to watch The Strays. Where that thing is messed up. No, that thing is really messed up.
Yeah.
The things I watch, mpaka nikozileza. Okay, break time. I'm done with.
Is it a show or a movie?
It's a movie. I thought it was going to be a series, but thank God it's not a series because Great. It would mess up with your.
Me squeeze napenda movies.
Wait, wacha nikuambie. Me, that's I think that's why I take before I watch crime again. I take a break because what it does to your brain, that thing messes up. You need cleansing. You need to cleanse. You need to pray. Hey, like what I'm from watching my Criminal Minds. No, this is my other recommended Criminal Minds Evolution, the new one. Not this one. You know what they're talking about. This is quite funny. How serial killers were coping during the pandemic.
Okay.
That thing is it. That thing.
You're intense. What? Okay. Atumeza The Strays.
You could have The Strays. No. Criminal Minds Evolution. Okay. This Criminal Minds, it's been this. It has so many seasons. That, like I told you, it's a whole behavioral unit of the FBI where they just talk about, where they analyze, they profile. They can just profile you and tell you, they can just be lied to. They go, But sasa, even there's this guy, and I'd want to be him when I grow up. He knows how to mess with your cognitive and make you remember things. Those things you forget, he'll make you remember. He'll make you
nice.
I'm like, marry me, but
kuna moveka ye nita forgotten pia.
No, you please ukutuna recommend hizi vitu.
Sawa.
So no, Criminal Minds Evolution, guys, go watch it. Cry with that thing ilinipa chills. I'm still recovering. Nilimaliza jana. I need a break. I'm done with crime. And kwanza kuna crime ingine I need to watch. I forgot what it's called. It's about cults in the US. It's quite disturbing. I saw the trailer and I was like, hapana.
Super nambio.
So I need my
time to heal.
I need to heal, and then when I start becoming happy again, now that's when I hit it. It's right now, very dark.
Yeah.
Mamangu ananiambia mimi ni sheto. So
Goddess of Darkness.
Because of what I watch. She's like, no, you have a problem, no. So right now, I'm filled with dark. I just need light.
Hey.
Let me watch. Please.
Hey,
Hey, apana, me, I'm traumatized. And then there's one I've just started. All the Queen's Men. Me, first of all, I'm all about black excellence. So it's a black movie. It's not a movie, it's a series. But what it's about, this woman. One thing I like her, she's a hustler. She's so she owns a club called Eden, and it's all about male strippers. So the thing is about her, she pimps them. Imagine mimi na kupimp. Okay. Imagine. And then she started pimping when she was 14 years old.
Hadi sasa.
Because kila mtu alimwacha, she didn't have her family. So akaanza.
Watu wakubwa kumliko.
Sasa sijui babake alikuwa gangster. So unaona she's already raised in that environment.
Okay,
yeah. Because you see, they normally say there's nature and nurture. Nature is your environment, then nurture is how you're... See, nurture is how you're brought up. Exactly. Yes. So that's really contributing, especially when you're growing up. And that's how you see if you're going to be a psychopath or not. You can tell as early as 10, this one is going to be a psychopath with the way they act. There's actually an episode I was watching where there's this child, she stabbed her brother because she didn't get what she wanted, a toy. She stabbed the brother and she didn't feel anything. So Kuliza, don't you feel, as in don't feel, I'm like, no, I don't feel anything. He deserved it. See, he didn't give me what I wanted, so I stabbed him. And it's fine. I don't see anything wrong with it. Okay. So she can't feel any emotion.
Conscience, okay,
she had her emotion, her empathy. She does not feel anything. Her feel kitu. Yeah. She doesn't feel anything. So, and what other? There's All Queen's Men. What else? Let me see. Do you know that I've watched Ilini Bamba?
The platform.
Okay, Okay, now that's the platform I need to watch. Yes. I will watch it. Hiyo nitawatch. Alafu ingine pia ya ilitokea juzi. Hata Malika mentioned it for this guy, Idris Elba.
Oh.
I forgot it was.
Okay, nimecheki the trailer.
Yeah, you've seen the trailer.
It's a recent one.
It's a recent one where the serial killer sijui does. Lakini I used to, oh God, I need to change. Where this guy films when he's killing people. Red Rose.
Yes.
Red Rose. Watch Red Rose.
Sijaicheki but naijua, nimecheki the trailer. So I'll just watch it. Pole. Lakini unapenda crime sana.
People should be scared. Y'all should be scared. Yeah. If you want to date me, just tell me about
Goddess of Darkness.
I'm a goddess of dark guy. You could really, it messed up with my brain. Red Rose. People are really messed up in this world. People are sadists. Okay, I think I'm a sadist, but no.
Not to that level.
Hey, apana. Just story, guys. Now it's a sad note to show. We're done. I'm done with y'all. With me and my darkness. Anyway, it's been great as usual having y'all. And having you, Ian. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Yeah, thank you. I've really enjoyed having this conversation. And at least you've put some light into the darkness. Anyway, do you have anything you want to tell these people as they go for their weekend?
Be responsible.
Exactly. Be responsible.
Yes.
Be responsible. For me, let me think. Yeah, for me, you guys, don't die in the sea. Let me copy Malika. Do not die in the sea, number 1. Number 2, do not drink and drive. It's a weekend. Do not drink and drive. Akibe the sea must. Guys, sea must. It's not a must. It's not a must.
Just drive.
Sleep. By the way, come home alone. You've carried your car. Just take an Uber home. Please, Aki, don't drink and drive. Please, you don't be a statistic. I was a statistic. What that word?
Yes.
There's that, and then also, Jamaneni to me condom stuff like that. Gonorrhea. There's so many new diseases coming, and do not kiss anyone in the club. Utapata magonjwa ziko. Tafadhali, take care of yourself, my guys. Take care of yourself. Yeah. And COVID is here with us, so let's mask up. Let's just try mask up. Anyway. Yeah.
Watu wabebe miavuli.
Oh, yes. Kunanyesha. Mimi akispesizi beba. Limited hata ilinyeshewa. Ni bebe na mzigo.
Afadhali nyesha.
Kwanza vile nimenyeshewa. But yeah, I hope it doesn't rain. Aki, God, hold the rain till I get to my bed. Thank you. Rain, please, if you hear me. Anyway, it's been real. See you guys. We're even changing the show. We're going to try to do it on Wednesday from 2 till 4. Yes, and then we see how that goes. We'll see how y'all respond to it. Anyway, it's been real. Thank you. Cheers. It's been real. I'm tired, but I need to go home and sleep. don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms, Iconbreed UKE on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe. And for you, where can we find you and your work?
Find me Ndirangu all platforms. But then I want you to follow my business more.
Exactly.
Enta Studios.
Enta Studios.
Yeah, on Instagram.
Okay. Yes. Mimi, I don't want you guys to know where I am. So, yeah. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.